Good morning and happy Saturday. I hope you all have had a good week. I've had a good week. I have had a good week. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. It's been very productive, but not in an overwhelming way, which is awesome. It's been very productive in meaningful ways, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I hope you've had a good week too, um, that you didn't get worked too hard or annoyed too much, and that you were able to enjoy your week. Alrighty, let me get my game loaded up here on the screen. So, in case you forgot, well, first of all, let me introduce myself. For those of you who are new, my name is Lotus, and I predominantly stream The Sims 4. Um, I've recently picked up Stardew Valley, so I'm getting used to that, but I'm not ready to stream that yet. I may. I'm still struggling with the controls and figuring out how to play it and stuff, so I'm not sure that that would really make for interesting streaming. Plus, since I'm still learning the game, I really want to be able to focus on getting comfortable with the game's controls before I get to the point where I juggle controlling the game as well as interacting with you all. So I won't be streaming Stardew Valley yet, but if I do really like the game, then I'll probably stream that at some point. I'm trying to broaden my horizons a little bit just to give myself more, excuse me, more ways to have fun. So today we're going to be doing The Sims 4, and if you were here for the last stream, you know that Owen and Marissa here spontaneously had triplets at the end of the stream. I encourage you to go back and look at the VOD. It will be available here on Twitch for about another week. I think maybe a week and a half, after which it will be available on my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, go ahead and put those links in the chat for you. So the link to my YouTube channel is in the chat there so that you can check that out if you missed the VOD here on Twitch. And the VOD for this stream will also be available on my YouTube channel after the 2-week hosting period on Twitch is up. So last stream, Owen and Marissa spontaneously had triplets. Sir, you are not going to work. You are taking family leave. You are not leaving her here alone with these 3 babies. So they had 3 boys. Let's see. Oh, he's gonna take care of that. Okay. All right. Let's feed some babies real fast because I don't think anyone has eaten yet. So they had 3 boys. This is, let's see, we have Owen Jr., Antoine, and Ossar. Okay, do you need to be fed? Is that why you were crying? So apparently this one did not need to be fed. She offered him food, and this is Antoine. She offered Antoine food and he didn't want to eat. So she's just cuddling him now. What I really want to do is get the 2 of them married. So we're probably going to ignore babies for a little while. So that I can get them married. Oh my God. So she had been dreaming of becoming a parent. That was one of her bucket list goals. I believe she an adult? Well, she's about to age up to adult. She's about to age up to adult. Owen is a lot younger than her. He's a young adult. Um, but he's a newly minted young adult. No, you're not late for work. You should be on family leave. Yeah. Did you take family leave like I told you to? Okay. All right. He's on family leave. Um, right. So Owen is a lot younger than her. He's a very young adult. But they get along well. And what I want to do today is get them married. So let's go into Cass. So they have a strong relationship. Let's go into Cass and make sure that they both have outfits. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and um, plan the wedding. We'll have it like immediately. So the plan was for her to have a baby, and then they would get married. But the Sims 4 storks dropped off 3 babies without my knowledge. And the interesting thing is, I had gone into the pregnancy settings in MC Command Center to make her go into labor because I was getting tired. I wanted to end the stream with her having her baby. So I went into MC Command Center and went into the pregnancy settings to make the stage of her pregnancy her being in labor. I didn't even think to look at what she was having or how many babies she was having. So there were probably people watching the stream who saw that she was having 3 boys, and no one said anything in the chat, which is y'all are real ones for not letting me know. I honestly had no clue. So that's why the first baby born is named Owen Jr. because I was like, oh yeah, they had a baby boy. Okay, I'll make him a junior. And I'm just all prepared that when I click the submit button on his name, then everything is going to be cool. No, it kept going. There was a second baby. And then I clicked submit again. No, there was a third baby. And I'm just like, the game hates me. I'm sure it does. Oh, that's cute. But I want to give her a white dress for her wedding. So let's do long dresses. Let's see. She's French. I think let's do something simple for her. Something like this. And white shoes. She's not super duper fancy, but she's not super duper basic either. She's just a cutie patootie with a little button nose and nice lips. Let's go to texture. See what we can give her. This is cute. No, I don't want her hair all pulled back like that. She can have that. Oh, that's cute. So is that. That's a little bit fuller. I want something that's true to her normal style. We'll go back and do this one. I like that one. And I think I'd like to give her eyelashes, which means she can't wear rings, unfortunately, because the eyelashes don't play nice with the rings. Oh, these are cute. We'll go ahead and remove the eyelashes. I don't think which ones? These. I don't think I've used these before. Or if I have, I haven't used them enough. I really like them. Okay, we're gonna go with a gold and white theme. So let's find some gold jewelry for her. Oh, black, white, and red. Well, that's cute. Or we can go with pearls. Haven't quite made up my mind. Is it gold? That's not the gold swatch. That's the gold swatch. And let's find a necklace. Better plug in my laptop. I forgot to plug it in and it's complaining at me. All right. All plugged in. Yeah. Okay. That's a little bit too chunky. I want something. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I wanted something more delicate looking. We should do makeup for her too. A little bit of gold there, and see what we can do for eyeliner. I like that. I don't want to put anything on her cheeks. I'm not big on makeup in real life. I like how other people do it. I've just never been much into it. Let's not do blush. Let's do some lipstick though. I do like a good lip color. Oh, that's nice and rich. Oh, I like that one. She doesn't have to have something super dark. And definitely do I want to do bracelets? That actually looks nice. I've never done something like that before. No, we won't do the watch. We'll just go with the upper arm bracelets. Okay. So that's her. And now let's do... Oh, you also need wedding type outfit. Oh, you know what? That would work great. I wonder if we can do something in white. Yes. Change up the sacks. Alright, great. So now they both have their wedding outfits. They both have their wedding outfits, so now let's go ahead and plan that wedding. I think she's invited some of her family members to participate in the ceremony. I'm pretty sure she gave those invitations during last stream. She had a bunch of her cousins over. She doesn't have any siblings. She's actually the only one left in her immediate family. It was just her and her mom. Her mom died a while back. Um, so her cousins are really her family. And I'm pretty sure she invited like a cousin to be the officiant and um, one to be the flower pal and one to be the ring wearer. So let's see. Hi, Serena. Happy Saturday. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've been able to get some rest. I know things have been challenging lately. So I'm wishing you and your mom all the best. Just woke up. Yay. Sleep is good. We approve. She's still asleep. Okay, good. Yes, sleep is good. Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. So I'm really glad you were able to sleep in today and that she's still sleeping. Okay, it is time for actually, let me say it first because you know how this game does weird things sometimes. If it crashes, I will be very upset to lose their wedding outfits. We do not want that. We're supposed to get a lot of rain today here in New York City, so I'm not planning to go out. I figured I'd stream for a couple of hours, and then I've got a bunch of photography stuff to do. Where is hubby to be? Here he is. So let us plan our customized wedding. It's 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and plan our customized wedding. Just have it on a Friday. I've got to see what wedding venues I have. Well, not even wedding venues. So there's some venues, they're not wedding venues per se, but I set them up so that you can have weddings there. I actually have not yet built a custom wedding venue. I probably need to do that. Okay, we did not invite Sim of Honor. I thought we asked someone to be our officiant. Maybe not. Okay, so our cousin Kason is our flower pal. Cousin Ella is our ring bearer. Let's go ahead and we are not inviting babies. So we're going to invite cousins and whoever this friend is. Oh, I didn't know she knew so few people, but she has a lot of cousins and she doesn't know all. They have a pretty big extended family. Okay, so we're gonna exchange vows. Cut cake. I don't think we have a cake, so we won't worry about that. Walk down the aisle, have drinks, have dancing, spousal kiss, celebration feast, definitely. Dress code is going to be polished. And I'll choose their outfits, change them into their wedding outfits once we get there. Okay, so let's see. Willow Creek. We do not have any wedding type venues in Willow Creek. There are a couple of places that we do. So San Myshuno is one. Center Park. Then I would have to lock the door for the labs because everyone would want to go in and use the computers. Tartosa, of course, came with a wedding venue, which that's always a nice one. I like that wedding venue, and I think I have one in Windenburg at the Chalet Gardens. No, I did not make that a wedding venue. Okay. Um, I like to think that Willow Creek, where Marissa lives, is right next to San Myshuno, and I haven't had a wedding here in Myshuno Meadows in a while. Building my own membership community. Oh, nice. We'll be deprecating the Discord throughout this month. I'll send you an early invite. It's still on PayHip, so you already have a login. Okay, that'll be interesting. I look forward to seeing what you do with that. So it's going to be like your own website with a discussion board and stuff? And what made you decide to go that route instead of staying with Discord? I know there's always risks involved with having your community on somebody else's platform, because at any point in time, Discord could be shut down. But I don't know if this other membership community is also on someone else's platform, so I don't know if that's something that was one of your concerns. It's why I went from posting my content on Facebook and Instagram to posting it just on my own websites and then mirroring it to like Discord or like in the case of Instagram and Facebook, it'll be, I think it's mirrored to Facebook, and then I make like a little Instagram story. But in any event, let's see, everyone but no, I want it locked for everyone. Am I gonna have to remove the door? Am I really? I'm probably gonna have to. You know what? Let me not worry about it. If they want to go upstairs and use the computers or anything like that, they can go ahead. At least they won't be, there's no swimming pool, so people won't be stripping down out of their clothes to go into, okay, there's a bathtub. Oh, she's going to clean it. Okay, let's change your outfit. Change outfit. I want you to put on your wedding dress. And are you already in your wedding outfit, Owen? Oh, you are. Okay, I don't have to worry about you. Okay, do we not have an aisle here, I thought? Aisle here. We don't. Let me put down an aisle. I need for people to be walking down the aisle. We need an aisle for them to be able to do that. Alright, Center Park items. We've got the arches. I think that's going to be under life event decorations. That's not in here. Where do I have? Oh, at life event activities. We already have a dance floor. I could change the dance floor to be the wedding one. I like how the wedding one looks. Okay, so we have an arch inside and an arch outside. It doesn't look like we'll have rain today, so we'll have the wedding outside. And we're going to hire some folks to man the bar and the DJ booth. And wedding aisle. I think we want the long. Yeah, we want the long one. Oh, that is sweet. Okay. And I think I'd like more seating. We can have more seats than this. I think we have enough. I mean, we definitely have enough seats for the number of Sims that we invited to this wedding, but I have other families that are a lot larger that would need a lot more seating. So let's just go ahead and get some more seats down. Okay. That ought to do it. So let's have everyone come and take their seats. Please take your seats. Wait, why can't I choose this? Okay, let's see if they'll come take their seats like I want them to. Where is everyone? She's cleaning the coffee maker. Girl, if you don't stop. Oh, let's hire a caterer. Let's see, how do we do that? Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, here we go. Hire staff. Let's hire a caterer. And we'll hire the bartender and the DJ after we're done. Oh, great, they are taking their seats. Why are you all dressed like this? You know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm not. Um, let's see. We want to send down. Wait. Send down our flower pal. And I swear, if he has changed out of his wedding outfit, very unhappy with him. Where is he? See, everybody always goes into Machino Labs to use the computer. Nobody came in their proper clothing. Okay, I'm gonna change his outfit. Actually, I need to change everybody's outfits. Because I want pictures and I want everybody to look nice. Let's pause. You all are not going to be at my wedding looking like whodunit and left it. You are going to be dressed in your formal wear. Nice top hat, dude. You are going to be dressed in your formal wear. I do understand that it is summer. I need to make sure there is a thermostat inside of the reception hall. So that you all won't overheat and keep changing. Oh, that's why you all are dressed like this, because it's hot outside. Okay. All right, I will forgive you. However, this is a wedding, and we need to look good for it. Thank you all for coming to hang out with me while I stream. It's a lot of fun to be able to just hang out here and chat with y'all and play this nice low-key type of simming. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Hope what wasn't too confusing. Okay, you are in your wedding clothes. I was asking what made you decide to build your own membership community, and is it something that's self-hosted, or are you hosting it on a different platform other than Discord? Let's change you into your formal outfit. See, you all look so much better. Okay, here comes our flower pal. He's looking sad. But he just, I guess somebody in the family recently died. I don't know who. What's going on here? She has to pay. We are going to cheat all of this, because we don't want to have to deal with that. Now we're going to send down our ring bearer. And Ella is still in her proper outfit. Oh no, I need you to come and sit down. Okay, now please take your seats. It's working. It's still on pay hip, so you already have a login. Okay, I don't remember pay hip. I'm gonna have to check that site out. Because, you know, I I have logins on so many different sites. That's why I use a password manager. So I don't have to remember this stuff. Read up, you missed the backgrounds. Now, the last thing I saw says building my own membership community. Will be deprecating the Discord throughout this month. I'll send you an early invite. It's still on PayHip, so you already have a login. So I read that and I asked, girl, why are you in this? I asked what made you decide to switch from Discord? MC dresser, change outfit. I know it's hot outside, I know, but this is a wedding. We need to look nice for the wedding. You look so regal. Oh my goodness. I sent a zillion messages. No, I haven't seen anything in the chat. You can send it to me on Discord. Send it to me on Discord. I should get them there. Sometimes Twitch acts weird, and lately Twitch has been glitching, and like people's chats won't go through, and it's all kinds of madness. All right, now I want you to, let's please take, there we go. Please take your seats. including Ella and Jason. Then we're gonna send Owen and Marissa down the aisle. Send down 2 Sims. The escort is Owen, and the escortee is Marissa. Hey, it was where you download. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, thanks for DMing. I should get them that way. All right, y'all. Let's walk down the aisle. Let's get y'all married. Owen, where are you? There you are. Okay, I forgot when I'm in the tab mode, it won't follow the sim, or I haven't figured out how to get it to follow the sim. Aww. They're so cute. And let's have y'all exchange vows and kiss. And I will be taking lots of pictures. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to marry these 2 Sims that decided to have triplets, their first time trying for a baby. Marriage is a solemn covenant which these 2 are willingly entering into after having a bajillion babies all at once. You are witnesses here to this union, and your presence here is a sign of your commitment to support this couple as they enter into this marital contract. Oh my. Okay. Well, I do declare. And now, Owen, you may kiss your... Oh my. Okay. Yes. Well. And Owen enthusiastically kisses his bride. Congratulations, y'all. Okay, and now let us send up. Nope, nope, nope. Kason is not the escort. Send up 2 Sims. Owen is the escort, and Marissa is the escortee. Marissa, you're a little bit too fast. Go back to the arch, please. Oh, that's a cute picture. All right, they are married. Now we need a DJ and we need a bartender, mixologist. We have our caterer here, so there is food. And let's go ahead and get the festivities started. So our mixologist is on the way. And I think everybody can go ahead and get something to eat. Okay, I can put their hunger back down. I just didn't want them acting like they were starving to death during the ceremony. Oh good, everybody's coming to get food. There's lots of good food here. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have drinks and we're gonna have a first dance. But we gotta wait for the DJ to get here. I think that's the mixologist outside there. Is this the DJ headliner? It is. Okay, good. Everyone's grabbing food. Awesome. So people do not have to be hungry. The DJ headliner is coming. And we're going to gather for the first dance. And we're going to have y'all have your first dance. There we go. Yay. Of course, we need pictures of this. Just gotta position things correctly. We're gonna ignore the dramatic guy in the top hat. Aww, like that. Oh yeah, I need to make sure that there is a thermostat in here so that they won't be too hot and change back into their summer outfits. Oh, we're gonna ignore her cowboy boots with that dress in the green dress, because that's not it. Okay. Oh, so people have got drinks. We did walk down the aisle. I don't know why that didn't check off, but we've done everything for the wedding ceremony. Now we can just have fun. I know they're glad to get out. Glad to get out of the house after having all those babies. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am like this about pictures in real life. I'm a photographer after all. Come and get some food. Wait, do you still have your food? You didn't put it in your inventory. Where'd you put your food down? I want you to I want you to enjoy the food as well. I don't want y'all to be hungry. Oh, I've got to put up their baby things. And she is about to age up. Veggie sliders. Let's her have veggie sliders. Oh, great. Now I'm hungry. I am hungry and I'm only 45 minutes into the stream. Oh, I can have cookies to tide me over. So how about you introduce yourself to some of these guests? Is this a guest? Who's this? That's probably some random person walking through. Hey, I want you to go and eat, sir. I don't want you to starve. Oh, it's 11:55 p.m. on a Friday night. Y'all can hang out for as long as you want. Now y'all just want to watch the DJ. Hey, hi. What's this? No more pesky burglars. Oh, he has a fear of being burgled. Okay. That's right. I think they had a burglar. I think it was during last stream. I don't remember what happened. I think one of them fought the burglar, and the burglar ran off. Why don't you grab yourself a drink while you still have the mixologist here, because they don't stay for the whole ceremony for whatever reason. How about you order yourself a drink too? Oh, he's eating good. Looks like everyone's having a good time. Ooh, how about you have a dance battle with Ella? Oh, the wedding is over. Okay. Oh, it is 2 in the morning. Girl, not you hurting your back. Oh, she had the single and loving it lifestyle. Okay. All right. It's 2:30 in the morning. Let's head home. Now, normally after a wedding, I would send my Sims on a honeymoon. And if they were Sims that I wanted to have kids, then I'd try to get them pregnant on the honeymoon. But y'all just had triplets. We're not having any more babies anytime soon. You can have more later if you want. That's probably going to mean either a bigger house or expanding your current house. Because you only have 2 bedrooms. So those three, the triplets are going to be in the other bedroom. Which is such a shame because I like how that bedroom is made up. I'm going to have to make sure to save that room to my library so I can put it back at some point if I want to. Right now, they need a nursery. Oh, okay. I read your DM, Serena, and that makes a lot of sense. Oh, cool. I'm glad you have that option. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what what you're able to do with that platform. Welcome back from the ads, y'all. I know it's been a few minutes, but welcome back from the ads, and thank you for your patience with them. They help to support the stream. Okay, let's get y'all out of your wedding clothes. I should probably go play another household. Oh, we need to make a nursery. We need a nursery. So while I'm thinking about it, let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is see if this other bedroom is already saved in my library. Because I like how he did it. I don't want to lose it. Should be the bedroom. Oh yeah, I have it saved as plush brown. Okay, awesome. So I don't feel so bad. Oh, let me see if I have a nursery in. Let's see, kids room. I don't know that I do. That one is already made up for that many babies. Okay. I remember I did one with the with one of the kids. Oh, but I also made it with there were platforms Oh no, here it is. Three Steps Nursery. This is too big though. This is too big. I won't be able to fit it. All right, I'm gonna have to make a nursery from scratch. So let's go ahead and do that. Just delete everything. They have plenty of money, so I don't have to worry about saving stuff like the laptop to be able to afford it. And they have two computers in the house already. Now, the interesting thing is this used to be a nursery. Well, not really a nursery. Because, well, no, it would have been a nursery for JC. Oh no, wait, what am I saying? Marissa wasn't an only child. Marissa moved in with JC. JC is the Sim who used to live here. Um, and Marissa was invited by JC to move in. JC was an only child. Marissa actually has four siblings. Her younger sister and youngest of her two younger brothers were the ones who were the ring bearer and the flower pal at the wedding. I have so many Sims sometimes that I forget who is who. All right, so pretty soon we're going to need 3 cribs. So let's go ahead and place those down. We're also going to need a changing table. There's one I was looking for. So let's put that there, and let's also give it a trash can. It's like having the Ko-fi blog and shop features in-house and better integrated. That's probably the best description. Okay. I didn't like the Ko-fi didn't give me much visual control, and I couldn't personalize the member journey very well beyond the perfect to be transactional. Okay, that makes sense. I really like how you seem to understand these things so well. I'm learning little by little about stuff like that. It isn't intuitive for me, so it's interesting to talk to someone like you who really understands, what's important and how to turn over people from being like just followers to members of a community and things like that. I always learn a lot when I talk to you about that kind of stuff. All right, we need some curtains. I always struggle with curtains in this game because I don't necessarily like the options that are available to us. Well, let's just do something simple with the curtains. I think that's why I have so many CC curtains, because the in-game ones are very limited style-wise. They did give us a lot more color options, which I'm grateful for, because for a while the in-game curtain options were limited both style-wise and color-wise. Now at least we have a lot more colors that we can choose from. Let's give the babies a night light. That by the door. Now I prefer wall lamps and floor lamps just for ambiance. And it's something that I've started doing, I'll say within the past 4 or 5 months in my various builds. Rather than putting ceiling lights everywhere, I'll put floor lamps in because the lighting is warmer and it makes the rooms feel cozier that way. I've always liked using these in kids' rooms. Sometimes it's challenging because they're so big, but we do have space in this bedroom. I think I'd like to fit a floor lamp over here at the foot of this crib. Let's see what else we have. Have I ever used this lamp? I don't know that I've ever used that one. I don't want it for this nursery, but I need to find a way. If you ever want me to audit anything, don't hesitate. Thank you. I love my portable mushroom lamps. Oh, you probably featured those in one of your reels. I've got to go take a look. I've been looking, doing a lot of thinking about romanticizing my life more. And part of that is going to be decor. Right now, I'm very limited in what I can do decor wise because I don't have a steady income. But I'm looking at what I already have and figuring out what things I can do to make my life feel more cozy. So I'll probably share, you'll probably see some of that, whatever I'm able to figure out, you'll probably see some of that on my blog posts in my Instagram stories. Because I've been using my Instagram stories to drive traffic to my wthelotus.net blog, which yesterday, I think the penny finally dropped for me in terms of that, because I was missing posting a simple story about, hey, this is what I'm doing right now, or hey, this is what I'm looking at right now. No long, in-depth kind of blog post, just a quick, hey, here's a picture of my life in this moment. I was missing that. And it finally clicked for me that I can do that with my blog. Every blog post doesn't have to be long paragraphs of deep thoughts. Some of them can just be a photo, and I really love sharing life, whether it's my life or life in general. I really love sharing life via photos. And it finally clicked with me that, okay, I can do that using my blog. And so I made a post last night just showing, hey, this is how I'm starting off my weekend. And it just felt right. It felt good. So we'll use that rug. See what you have that you really love and give those prominence. Okay, right. And create more space around them. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. The thing that has been challenging for me is that um, I feel like our space is really cluttered, but because, we have a lot of stuff. And then I saw somebody else's post because I've been looking at a lot of reels on Instagram of people's cozy interiors and things like that. And I saw another post on Instagram where this person said, hey, here's a picture of what my space looks like when I post a reel. And here's a picture of what my space usually looks like because everything on social media is curated. And what their space usually looks like is it still has the same like ruffled bed curtains and all of that stuff, but it's cluttered with their stuff. They had some clothes on the floor and all of that stuff. And it's so easy for me to forget that it's not that people's spaces 24/7 look like they do when they post those reels. They've cleaned up the space. They've taken the clutter out of whatever corner of the room they're videoing or photographing just so that they could get that curated look for social media. I had forgotten that. And it's easy for me to forget because my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And she had, once we were in school, she really had nothing better to do than to keep the house looking like a showroom. So I'm used to a home being totally uncluttered and neat 24/7 and being shamed for not keeping a space that way. But the reality is, most of us have other stuff to do. I mean, even me not having a regular income right now and being at home, I have other stuff to do. You know, like with my photography, I'm adding to my stock photography portfolio and building and nurturing community online, applying for jobs. You know, that can be a full-time job in and of itself. So I have a lot of stuff to do other than just cleaning up the house and making it look like a showroom. So I was really happy for that reminder that, hey, what you see on social media, that's curated. And everybody's houses do not look like this 24/7. And now if you have help, you know, you have maids or whoever, and they are able to be in there cleaning everything for you, more power to you. I am so happy for you that you're able to have that. But that is not our reality. Oh, wait, do I want the pom pom curtains instead? Oh, I want the pom pom curtains instead. Actually, I could do both if I wanted to. Oh, let's keep both. Normally, I can't. Um, Normally I can't layer the curtains, but I'm so glad I can do that in this case. All right, I was looking for wall art for the babies. That's why I show the messes on YouTube. I know people, especially locally, will find that verboten, but I think it's important to lower the bar of shame. Yes, yes, I do too. I do too. And that's why I use social media to, yes, I curate what I show of my life, but I also like to be authentic and not make it seem as though everything is always sunshine and roses and going the way I want it to. Um, I don't want my social media to be all me talking about what's going wrong, but I also don't want it to be all what's talking about what's going good because that people can't really relate to that. I mean, a lot of people like that, of course. That's why such heavily curated content is so popular on social media. But I'm not trying to appeal to the larger masses. I'm appealing to people who crave that kind of authenticity because that's the kind of life that I live. And after spending a lot of my life not for various reasons, not being authentic. I really crave authenticity in my everyday life. And I'm looking for people who also crave that. So that's how I curate what I share of my life on social media. At some point, they're going to need toys. Let me put a toy box in here now. While I'm thinking about it, mom was a stay-at-home mom too, and she still had house help. Yeah, see, we never had house help. It's not as common in the States to have house help, and I'm not sure we would have been able to afford it even if it had been common. Um, but yeah, I've realized over the years that it's a very common thing for people who are considered middle class in other countries to have help around the house. And I think that's something that more folks, if they're able to afford it, should take advantage of. You know, people like to say, oh, we have the same 24 hours in a day as someone like Beyonce. And the reality is, we don't. Beyonce has assistants, plural, and nutritionists and personal trainers and nannies and all these other people who are able to support her life. She doesn't have to do everything all on her own. And she doesn't have to depend just on her spouse to divide up all of that life maintenance stuff that everybody has to deal with in life. So, no, we don't all have the same 24 hours. And I think if a lot more people realized that and dropped that shame and found were able, people who can afford it, of course. Right now, financially, things are very, very bad in the United States, even though the media doesn't like to talk about it. But those who can afford it, if they were willing to take on help for a lot of that administrative stuff in their life, I think a lot of people would be a lot less stressed and would be able to spend more time enjoying their lives and enjoying their families and spending time with their kids and pursuing meaningful hobbies for mental stimulation and emotional stimulation. I think it would be really good for a lot of us. So that's something, if I ever get to a point again where I'm able to, have a steady income where I can live comfortably, that's something that I definitely want to do. I want to hire help to do some things. And that's why sometimes I'll pay to have the groceries delivered rather than me having to go to the store myself and pick everything up. It frees up my time and it also enables somebody else to be able to make some extra money. So I see that as a win-win. It's not just paying the big corporation that I'm buying the groceries from, it's also paying a regular everyday person for taking time out of their schedule to go to the store, pick up the groceries, and deliver them to my house. I think I'd like, you know what? I think this is good enough for now. I could put a lot more clutter in here, but I think this is good enough for now. We've got to get them through the newborn stage into the infant stage. Oh, but Sims for infants are terrorists, I swear. Because in real life, infants are very needy. That's babies for you. And the Sims team really put in that work when they created the infant life stage because these infants will have you running 24/7. Just when you think everybody's satisfied, somebody else is crying, somebody has had a blowout. Oh my God. What often happens is a friend group will share a lady. They're usually free agents and they set their days and hours. Oh, okay. It's not usually live-in or daily. So we had an ironer and a cleaner most of my life, but they had a set day and hours and she moved between different homes. That's smart. I think that's best for both parties' quality of life when they're locked into a family or have to live in that seems like it's easier to get abusive, which can also happen. Yeah, I have heard some horror stories about au pairs or live in help. But I think too that that really depends on the family. I'm going to wait for the ad break to end before I continue my thoughts on that. Child, we just put you down. What is going on? Y'all ain't gonna get no sleep. None. Absolutely. Y'all are not gonna be able to sleep. Okay, that one's hungry. I don't know what's up with this one. Can we make sure this one's not hungry too? Nope, they're not hungry. Okay. Okay, fine. They have a full belly. They don't have a dirty diaper. Okay, great. Welcome back from the ad. So I was reading what Serena had said about having a help having help come to the house, but they would rotate between different houses so they weren't live in. And because sometimes when people are live in, that's when abuse can happen. And I've heard some horror stories about abuse. Oh, y'all are crying so much. I've heard horror stories about the kind of abuse that can happen with au pairs. And I think a lot of that too depends on the hiring family's attitude towards their live-in help. And I think the problem comes because the people who hire these au pairs or these live-in maids or whatever look at them as servants, and servants in the sense of you are beneath me and you are supposed to be at my every beck and call. Where if they viewed these people as you are someone who I'm entrusting the care of my household. You're not necessarily, I don't necessarily view you as family. Yes, I am your employer, but you're someone who I'm entrusting the care of my household to. And without you, I would have so much more on my plate. I'm grateful to have you here. If those families had that attitude, they would be more likely to treat these live-in folk with respect. Like with me, if I was able to have live-in help because of my own ethics and whatnot, I would basically treat that person like royalty, because they could be working for someone else. I would want to pay them a living wage. I would want to make sure that their hours were reasonable, like they would not be on call 24/7. They would have specific set hours. They would have holidays. I would properly take out whatever the government requires in terms of things like Social Security and things like that, because this, if I take good care of this person, they will take good care of me. That's my philosophy. I have one more major area of 2025 to clear off, and then I can truly plot my finances for 2026. Awesome. Good luck with that. That's a good feeling. I had an au pair too, but we didn't call her that. She was really lovely. She's still in my life. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, I have heard, in addition to the horror stories, I have heard stories of people who they've had au pairs or other types of live-in help, and they've had healthy relationships with them. And those people stay in their lives for a very long time. And I love to hear that. Sleep. Mom always treated them like people. Jason's mom, too. The driver and maid cook were always telling me stories about what they were able to accomplish that they wouldn't have been able to otherwise without his mom's help and support, like building their home, land, putting kids in uni. Yes. Yes, I'll share those pics on 21 Noel Trace. Oh, I'm gonna look forward to that. I look forward to that. Yeah, I love to hear about people taking care of the people who take care of them. It's just it's only right. And it really amazes me that more people don't have that mentality. But I guess it's a human nature thing. You know, a lot of people are very insecure in various ways, no matter how much wealth they might have or influence or even power. They still have a lot of insecurities, and part of that insecurity is wanting to feel more powerful than someone else, wanting to feel better than someone else. And that's how bullying happens, you know, on various fronts, whether it's workplace bullying, bullying in families, bullying in schools, that's how bullying happens. When I was younger, it was very hard for me to believe that bullies are unhappy people because it always seemed like the bullies, at least most of the ones that I saw, like in the media and stuff, um, bullies were wealthier or bullies have more influence or more power. And I was like, well, how can they be unhappy because they have so much material advantage in life? But over the years, I've come to realize that if you're bullying other people, a happy person isn't going to be bullying other people. You know, a well-adjusted person isn't going to be bullying other people. You know, a well-adjusted or happy person may have instances of acting outside of their character where they're mean in that moment. But then when they come back to themselves, then they'll realize that was uncalled for. And they'll go back and they'll try to make amends, you know, and they'll apologize for their behavior. But someone who consistently bullies other people, talks down to them, treats them badly, that person can't possibly be happy. They're definitely not well adjusted. There has to be some kind of insecurity happening there. And yeah, they might have more material privilege or more influence, but even with that, deep down inside, there's something very wrong. And I would not want their life. I'd want the material privilege, yes, but their whole life, including whatever insecurities are making them act like an ass, I don't want that. I was seated next to someone who was a casual bully of mine in high school at a dinner a few years ago. I brought it up and she acknowledged it and apologized and explained some of it. I was really grateful. That was big of her. That was big of her because a lot of people don't do that. They'll just dismiss it. Oh, it was so long ago. Why are you bringing that up now? Well, but I like that she acknowledged it and explained. You know, not that the reasons make it right, but at least it shows that she understood why she acted that way, and you know, hopefully she learned from that. And that's important. Can I give them your number? Yeah, sure. I need to meet more people. Y'all are fighting for your lives with these babies. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to just nap. Somebody is gonna wake up again. Here, y'all are gonna live in your PJs and basically live in this bedroom until they age up to infants. At least we're making money off of all the diapers and bottles. Oh my God, let me save. I don't think I saved after I did the nursery. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And someone else is crying, Lord, have mercy. Oh wow, it's been an hour and a half already. Time sure flies when you're having fun. Or when you're trying to take care of three, count them, newborns, three. Girl, you manifested that I've always wanted to become a parent a little bit too strong. Okay, I think you were just fed, but let's try again. And you, oh, you need to eat. Please grab something to eat. Okay. The baby also needs to be fed. That's why you were crying. Is it y'all's birthdays yet? When is y'all's birthday? Oh, today is everyone's birthday. Hallelujah. We are going to age up some babies. And it's also Marissa's birthday. Okay, let's age her up first. Ooh, had a bit of a sneezing attack there. I had to mute my mic so I wouldn't hurt y'all's ears. All right, so we have four birthdays. Marissa's going to age up to an adult. The babies are going to age up to infants. We can move them out of our bedroom and into the nursery. And yes, Ellen can definitely like dancing. We'll have him grab whoever it is who is crying. Do we have a cake? We're not going to have a party. We have way too much going on to try to have company over. So let's have you bake yourself a cake. Well, I was going to say if you don't have high enough cooking skill, that's fine because we have money to replace everything when you burn the house down. But we don't have to worry about that because you have level 4 cooking. Have you bake yourself a strawberry cake? Sorry, I'm back. Had to blow my nose there. Yeah, I'd fully expected her to be icy dismissive, but I felt I couldn't just grin and chuckle for a whole dinner with it weighing on my chest. Yeah, exactly. I don't see how people do that. I hadn't seen her since high school. Well, I did once. I was there at her wedding dress fitting, coincidentally, but she didn't recognize me. And I kept a wide berth once I realized she was there. I know that's right. She had a divorce abusive marriage, the same one she was being fitted for, and then was part of a massive Me Too scandal with an African architect. So I think that gave her perspective along with just maturity. Yeah. At the time, she was the daughter of the attorney general and ran her own little mean girl clique. Yeah, see, she was privileged and didn't understand that her privilege got in the way of her having empathy when she was in high school. Then she got out into the world and went through some stuff, and fortunately, she was able to do some self reflection and recognize herself in the people who bullied her as an adult. All right, Marissa, let's age you up to adult. Happy birthday, Marissa. We're going to put candles back on that because in a few days, the infants will be aging up to toddlers. Lord help us all. And we'll be able to reuse the cake for that. Okay, let's age up some babies. So we're going to, no, we don't have time to chat because sorry, bro. We have babies that we need to take care of. We need to age up first. All right, let's age up the first one. We're going to age them up in the order that they were born. So let's do Owen Jr. first. And Owen, I need you to come and change this dirty diaper. And Owen Jr. is a wiggly baby. Okay. Of course, this means we're going to go into Cass and make over some babies as well. Oh, that's you crying. Okay, Antoine, I don't know what's going on with you. We just changed you. No, we didn't change you. Owen, you don't smell that? Change your child. Change dirty diaper. Okay. And you probably need to be fed. 4 p.m. on a Saturday and you're exhausted. Man, I don't blame you. One baby is a lot, let alone three. Yes, go ahead and feed Antoine. And then since you have him, you can age him up. Oh, she put Junior in a crib. I know she did. She was like, get out of my room. Okay, Marissa, come and take care of Oscar. He might need to be fed. You want to hang out tonight? Do I look like I have time to hang out, bro? So Clifford is her older brother. Oh, he's got a dirty diaper. Okay, and Antoine is a sunny baby. Okay. I was bullied for 7 years in school for my privilege, but I was loner because I hadn't gone to school with the other girls from similar backgrounds, so everyone just treated me weird. And my accent, which I had never noticed, was always part of that. I had a driver too, so no one ever had my back. I was the only student from my prep school to attend the high school I went to. I asked my parents to transfer me so many times, but they never took it seriously. Yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, my family wasn't wealthy by any means, but we were solidly middle class. And we went to church with a lot of people who did not have that kind of money or privilege. So I got bullied at church. This was before I became a teenager. When I became a teenager, we thankfully transferred churches, and it was a much more diverse, it was a larger and much more diverse congregation. So the bullying stopped for the most part, other than your one or two mean kid kind of things. Um, so and then in school as well, um, my family was solidly middle class, and there were some kids who were not, who resented me for that from the middle school and high school. Um, Before then, I was in a predominantly white area, so a lot of the bullying came from being one of the few, and when I say few, I mean less than a handful of black kids. For example, in my elementary school, I was the only black child in my grade. And my sister, who is a year younger than me, was the only black child in her grade. So while we were not the only black kids in the area, we were very rare. So I got a lot of bullying for that. And then when we moved to a predominantly black area, a lot of the kids that we ended up going to school with came from underprivileged backgrounds, and they resented me because, my accent, for example, because I had grown up around a lot of white people, so I spoke like a lot of, quote unquote, they said you talk like a white girl. So a lot of my vocal inflections and stuff were similar to a white girl from the suburbs because that's who I had grown up around. And so I got a lot of bullying for that. I got bullied for stupid stuff like doing my homework. The other honors students would bully me for doing my homework. It's just idiocy. And in a way, though, I'm grateful that I had that experience because when we moved from the white neighborhood to the black neighborhood, I was convinced that moving to a black neighborhood was going to solve all of my social problems. And when I got there, I realized very quickly that it doesn't matter your race, there are assholes in every race. And insecure people and jealous people exist in every race. And they're going to find reasons to pick on you if that's the type of insecure person that they are. So even though it was a bad experience, I'm grateful for it because I did not come out of it thinking, oh my God, one kind of person is so much better than the other. And I learned to really, as Martin Luther King Jr. says, look at people and judge them based on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Okay, Asar has aged up. He's an infant and he is an intense baby. No, we're not going to do that. Mm-mm. He's a little wiggly baby. No, we're not doing intense because that means he would be screaming and crying all the time. And I'm not trying to deal with that in this household. All right, we have infants. And let me see. I'm going to. No, we are not going to a talent. Do I look like I have time to go to a talent showcase? I have three infants. Let's get rid of these bassinets. 1, 2, 3. So often, too often, talking about parents not taking it seriously when their kids are bullied. Marissa, I've heard so many good things about you. I'd love if we can go to be fast friends. Clifford, I'm your sister. Well, okay, that doesn't really mean anything in real life, but still. All right, we have three infants. Did I save? I don't think I saved. I'm going to save. And now we're going to go into Cass and we're going to make over the babies. um Baby all on the floor. I know, well, you know what, as soon as the other two aged up, mom went and put them in cribs. She was like, get out of my room. Y'all have been, those babies kept her and her husband up all night. They would go to sleep and within like an hour somebody was crying, somebody had a dirty diaper, somebody needed to be fed. So they have not gotten a full night's sleep since bringing these babies home from the hospital. But talking about parents who don't take it as seriously as they could when their kids are bullied, I've had that experience too. It seemed, I would tell my parents about, say, the bullying that was happening at church, and it was just like, oh, just ignore them. What do you mean, just ignore somebody who sits behind me in the choir stand when I'm sitting with the youth choir and who unzips and rezips my skirt? What do you mean just ignore that? Yeah, and that was another girl that did it. It wasn't even a boy that did it, which, not it would be just as bad. But, how do you just ignore something like that? And in my eyes, you're the adult. They're a child. This was a teenager who did that. You're the adult. Not only are you the adult, you're the pastor and the pastor's wife. You can bring down the hammer in order to protect your child. You can call that out, but they never did. And I never understood, how can you be in a position of authority and not use that authority to protect your own child. You're not helpless here. You know, it's like sometimes parents, either they don't understand the authority that they really have. It's like they feel more helpless than they actually are. And I honestly don't get it. This looks more like a formal or party outfit than an everyday outfit. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put this for formal party, the top, the pants, the shoes, and let's add some socks because I like for my Sims to all have socks when they're not wearing sandals. We're probably never going to see them wear their formal and party outfits, but at least those are two outfits I don't have to do. And then let's just do something simple like onesies for an everyday outfit. Um, oh, that's cute little overalls. Okay, yeah, we can do that. And we'll do sneakers instead of the hard sole shoes. And he's got socks. Okay, and I think we can, let's make him a couple of outfits so that we can see some options. Now, normally what I would do with a household like this, I'm going to be quite frank, is go play another household until they age up. But I'm having so much fun letting you all see me struggle with so many babies that I'm actually going to keep playing them on stream. And you'll see what I mean when I say that Sims 4 infants are terrorists. Let's put you in a onesie and let's give you, even though it doesn't matter in game, like the babies don't feel the temperature effects, I'm still gonna put them in, give them like a summertime type onesie and a wintertime type onesie. I don't remember what season we're in, but they're only infants for 5 days, I think. So they're not gonna see another season. Just take off the glasses. Okay, that's a cute little hot weather outfit, and let's do that too. I really don't think they're gonna make it to winter, but just in case, I'll give them at least one cold weather outfit. Baby, they're infants for only one season. Okay, this is Antoine. Let's take off all the accessories. I'm not going to change his hair. LO Kool-Aid. That is an amazing username. I like it. Okay, let's do a similar thing with him because this is a cute little outfit. So let's make this, actually, let's make this his party outfit with the shirt anyway, but then the pants can be for both formal and party. Um, the shoes, let's change the shoes. They can be for both formal and party. And, oh no, we need to change the socks. Sorry, babe. And we're gonna change the socks and make them for both formal and party. And now for his top, let's give him a different little top for every day. You know, I've never really learned how to style this top in a way that I like. Oh, wait. It might go cute with these pants. The pants are cute, but you know what? Let's try sweatpants instead. What color? I like that color. Okay, and let's give him these. Yeah, that works. And let's also do another everyday outfit. I don't remember what color we gave his brother, so we'll give him green. And then for formal, oh, I like the shirt. Okay, we're gonna keep that. His formal outfit is fine. Now for sleep, that's one, which I think is adorable. That one. And let's give him a pink one. And then for party outfit, yeah, that's I like that as a party outfit. For a hot weather outfit, let's put him this. A little sunshine for the sunny baby. Oh, let's use this. I think that's cute. And the cold, oh my goodness, he's so adorable. We're gonna keep that for his cold weather outfit. Let's just give him some socks so his little shins don't get cold. All right, and last but not least, Oscar. Welcome back from the ads, y'all. I'm glad that you hung out and come through with those. I really appreciate that. So that shirt will be formal and party. The pants will be formal and party. And some socks will be for formal and party. And shoes for formal and party. And then for every day, let's give him a different top. How about we give him, I don't really like that mesh that much. Oh, this is cute. Let's give him this. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're so adorable. Oh my God. Okay. And then for full body, let's give him these overalls. Oh God, they're so adorable. Okay, so he's set for formal. And then sleepwear, let's do the matching bottoms. And let's give him a short sleeve. Let's give him this one. So he's set for party. Oh, we can take the accessories off. And then for hot weather, oh, that's cute. Oh, he actually looks good in that hot weather outfit. And let's see if we can find, no, not black. We'll do purple. I usually avoid putting babies in black because when I was growing up, my mom said that she doesn't like seeing children in black. And for some reason that stuck with me. And I don't feel any type of way about seeing a baby or a child wearing black. But some part of me um, cringes at it just because, I grew up hearing my mom say that. It's interesting the stuff that we pick up from our parents, even if we recognize, you know what, that's not really my own value. Sometimes we still pick that stuff up. One of the cool things that I like to do in The Sims is push against some of those assumptions. So like sometimes I'll put my Sims infants or toddlers or children in black just because it helps to push against that ingrained thing. I'll put baby boys in pink because even though I don't feel any type of way about boys and men wearing pink, um, I was socialized that, oh, pink is a girl color. But in reality, before pink became a girl color, pink was actually traditionally associated with boys because pink was considered a stronger color. So baby boys were dressed in pink. I just learned that maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. When I was growing up, it was all pink and blue, pink as girls, blue as boys. Um, I think that became more of the norm when I was in elementary school because I do briefly remember things not being so color coded. And then over time, things really got to be color coded. And like if you went to a toy store, you could really tell which aisle was meant for quote unquote girls and which aisle was quote unquote meant for boys because all of the quote unquote boy stuff was primary colors and all of the quote unquote girl stuff was pink and other pastels. I remember mentioning it to my mom once, I think when I was in my 20s. I remember mentioning it to my mom once, and she didn't believe me. She's like, that's not true. I said, the next time you're in a toy store, take a look. And I remember her coming back to me and being like, Lotus, you're absolutely right. I didn't even realize that they had color coded everything like that. This kind of stuff happens real subtly, and a lot of times people don't notice it. I tend to notice that kind of thing, which can make folk kind of uncomfortable. But hey, it's who I am. I like to say I was born to slaughter sacred cows. All right, all of the babies are aged up and are made over, and Marissa has also aged up. She is now an adult. Owen has a little while to go before he becomes an adult, so he probably has a couple of weeks in game before he becomes an adult. So you don't have to worry about aging him up for a bit. Oh, let me stretch. Let me stretch. My back is talking to me. It's been almost 2 hours. I'm not ready to end stream yet, so I'll probably stream for like another half hour or so. And then I will see how I feel after that. Okay, what do you need? Do you need to eat? So we're gonna have your mom feed you. What do you need? You also need to eat. So we're gonna have your dad feed you. And you need to eat. So whoever is done first, which will probably be your mom, is going to feed you and then put you in. Everybody's going to go to bed. Everybody, including the parents. Everybody is tired. And you're going to get put to bed by your dad. Okay. And you are going to get... Wait. That you? No, that's not you. I clicked on the wrong baby. Okay. You're going to get put to bed by your mom. You are going to get put to bed by your dad. You need to change him into his pajamas. Oh, sorry, sir. I think that's Antoine. Oh, it's so hard to tell him apart. Okay, yes. I'm gonna put him into his pajamas. And then you're going to put him to sleep there. I don't want you to go to sleep yet because you need pajamas. So I want you to get put into your PJs. And you need to get put to bed now that you've been fed. Your mom put you to bed. And I need you to go to sleep. This is Junior. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're going to sleep. You are going to sleep. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Lullaby and good night. Stop your screaming and sleep. The Sandman is calling. Stop squealing like a stuck pig. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Don't you wake up your brother. Close your eyes, go to sleep. 2 down, 1 to go. See, your brothers are sleeping. That's right. You go to sleep too. Oh, thank God. Okay. Everybody will get some sleep tonight. Now, the cool thing about the infants being in another room, we're just going to replace this, is that even if they wake up and start crying, they won't wake up the parents. I have to manually wake up the parents to go in the nursery and take care of them. Oh my goodness, the first full night's sleep these two are getting since they brought the babies home. You know what? Let me save. Oh my God. Let me get some water because that wore me out. This reminds me of when I did the 100 Baby Challenge. For those who aren't familiar with it, the 100 Baby Challenge is where your sim has to have 100 babies, and each pregnancy has to be by a different sim. So they can't get married until after the 100 babies. If your sim dies before 100 babies have been born to that lineage, then the oldest daughter takes over. You are not done sleeping. Go back to sleep. The oldest daughter takes over once she becomes a young adult. Well, if your sim becomes an elder, because normally in game elders can't have babies. You have to use a cheat like MC Command Center to allow elders to have babies. But if with the 100 Baby Challenge, if your sim becomes an elder or dies before they've had 100 babies in legacy, then that when the eldest daughter becomes of age, then she takes over. So I did the 100 Baby Challenge a few years ago. I did it once. I might do it again at some point. When I did it, we didn't have an infant life stage. So you would have a newborn, and they were a newborn for like a day or two, depending on whether you have your lifespan set to short, normal, or long. And then they would age up straight to toddler. So you wouldn't go through this having them in cribs and having to do everything for them, um, as them not being an object, because you basically have now you have to interact with them. I can't even imagine doing the 100 baby challenge with infants, which means I might try it at some point if I want to make myself suffer. I remember that. That was a time. There were times where I had up to 5 toddlers at one time in the household. I used to see them age up right away on your streams. Yeah, and from what I'm told, toddlers are also a relatively new life stage, because when The Sims 4 first came out, I think just like in um, The Sims 1, and I never played The Sims 1, I think they aged up from baby straight to child. There weren't even any toddlers. I believe by the time I started playing in February of 2020, they would age up to a toddler, because I remember having toddlers in the game. Yes, I think. Did we have toddlers when I started playing? Wait, I need to look that up. When were toddlers at Sims 4? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we had toddlers. Toddlers were not included in the initial release of The Sims 4. However, they were added to the game about 2 years later via the January 12th, 2017 patch. Okay, so toddlers had been in the game for 3 years by the time I started playing. Yes, we are all sleeping. Oh, you're having a bad time, aren't you, Owen? Okay, you need to get up. And the kids are going to need to be fed at some point too. But let's take care of your needs. As they say on airplanes, take care, put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Okay, Junior is up and he needs to be fed. She could stand to sleep a little bit more, but she's good. And you know what we're going to be doing, right? We're going to be going to work so that we can get rest. And we will be sending these babies to daycare. Oh, he doesn't like to be held. That is fine by me. Mom's up warming up her lunch and having mine, so we'll be a bit lurky for a while. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for the lurk. Have a good lunch. Okay, and how about... Okay, we'll leave him in the crib for now. Okay, you need to eat. Okay, you go ahead and eat. And then who's next? I don't know who woke up next. Dawson, the guy that has died. Oh, okay. I'll take care of that later. Marissa is not able to cope with grief, resulting in a personality trait change. No, we are not going to become mean. I normally do not play mean Sims. Okay, you're hungry, baby. I know. Your daddy's going to be done eating soon, so he's going to feed you. There he goes. And you should be hungry as well. Okay. So then your mom will feed you when she's done eating. Ella, I have a crush on Adelaide Lopez. Do you think it's worth a try? Sure. I know. You need your diaper changed. Owen, you have children. who are in need. What are you doing? This one had a blowout and needs to be fed. Why are you just standing there? Go feed him. Okay, now you're moving. The lag has resolved itself. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're going to sleep. Okay, so I'm going to leave you for a minute then. So this is Antoine. And you're tired, but you need a bath. So I'm going to have you get a bath from your mom. Okay. Oh, you're tired again. Okay. And let's have your dad put you back to bed. You're gonna need to be changed at some point too. You let that happen naturally. Yes, give him that. And then you need to be fed as well. And wake this one up and change his diaper. I'm telling you, these Sims are, these infants are terrorists. One is a lot, but three? Merciful heavens. Oh, and he's tired. Okay, cool. So he'll be able to go back to sleep after he gets changed. Actually, you should probably feed him again after you change his diaper. And this is pretty much all we're going to be doing for a while. Is changing diapers and bathing. I don't know that we'll even have a chance to do much tummy time. Maybe what we'll do is hire a nanny when they go to work. Maybe not. We'll send them to daycare, because it's still going to be a lot. And it would be only one nanny and 3 babies. That's not. Mm-mm. Okay. Feed him, please. And then put him to bed. And then you still need to get fed. Who is this monstrosity? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, friend. I hope you enjoy your stay. You enjoy watching me struggle with 3 infants? Oh my God. Ma'am, please feed this baby. He's hungry. We're not trying to have any of our children taken away by social services. Thank you so much. Okay, now that one's in bed. Now you need to wake this one up and wash him up because he's had his first blowout. And we are going to give Oscar a bubble bath while Junior figures out how to put himself to sleep. Okay, and you got fed, now you're ready for sleep. So let's have you get put to bed by your mom. And Junior's drifting off to sleep. And then you can go and finish your food. And while you're doing that, let's have you... What is your job anyway? Oh, you have an audition. You know what? You're gonna go to that audition. Let's have you watch comedy. So you can get your comedy skill. I think you already have level 3 comedy, but it's good. Hi, Monstrosity. Hi. Welcome in. Oh, thank goodness that one went to sleep too. Okay, and now we have this last one having his little bath after his first blowout. And then he is going to go to sleep. Get put to bed by his dad. Got the whole assembly line thing going here. He wants to cook a gourmet meal. Oh, I forgot he has a Master Chef aspiration. Okay, we need to work on his cooking skill. So we can make cooking his happy place. Actually, okay, yeah. We'll have her brush her teeth, facial cleanser, her hygiene some, and then, you know what? We're going to have her go to sleep because these babies went to sleep early, which means they're going to be up at night. I am from Brazil. Oh, okay. Welcome in from Brazil. I'm sorry you're feeling sad. I hope hanging out here will make you feel better. All right, he had his first bubble bath. Now he can go to sleep. And you, sir, can take care of your needs. So let's have you, you want to watch the cooking channel? Because it would be good for you to get your fun up. What are you feeling frustrated about? Oh, right, you're grieving. I forgot. We need to send you to some grief counseling. But for now, let's work on getting your fun up. You're happy. You done eating. You're all clean again. Night night. Chris is sleeping. She's taking care of her needs. That's not her fun need. But since she's sleeping, she'll be able to be up with the babies if they get up in the middle of the night. So Owen is the only one awake. All the babies are asleep now. Ooh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I hope y'all are enjoying watching me struggle over here. But I think I've got it. I think I've got it down. Now, normally what I would do if it was one baby, I would have at least one parent stay out on family leave. Because it's 3, when it's time for them to go back to work, they're going back to work. And these babies are going to free daycare. We aren't even going to hire a nanny because then we would still have to be here taking care of the kids. No, we need a break. And the parents going to work is a break. It's a break for them and it's a break for me. Okay, now his front is up. He's working on his cooking. Where is your cooking skill anyway? Oh, you're cooking level 3. Okay, so you've got to get up to level 5 to naturally have the option to do gourmet cooking, but we could buy the gourmet cooking book. Oh, I've got to put up you guys' marriage license if we don't already have your gourmet cooking book. Let me see. Let's put your marriage license up on the wall. Put it there. And Owen's still the only one up. He is having a good old time, taking a break from these babies. And let's purchase. Oh, you need to take care of all of our harvestables and stuff. Let's see if we have the gourmet cooking book. We don't have it. Okay, so let's buy level 1 of the gourmet cooking book. And we're going to send you to take care of our garden. So let's sell everything. We're going to weed. Doesn't need to be watered, it doesn't look like. So we can do that. And then come upstairs and everything needs to be watered. So we're going to water all. We're going to sell all. Spray for bugs. And weed. Usually Marissa takes care of the garden. She picked that up from her cousin JC. This had been JC's garden when she was alive. So we're going to have Marissa evolve everything. But she's sleeping right now. She's resting. Oh, let's put up the baby's prints. So let's see. This is Owen Jr. Let's find his print. Put it up over his crib. This is Osar. Put his print over his crib. And this is Antoine. So it's his print. Let's see this. Lucky Liquid. Any sim who consumes this will feel a temporary boost to their luck. Okay, I don't know where she got that from, but okay, it's cool. And let's give Owen a journal. We've got one. We've got 3 actually in the bookcase. I like to save them so when a sim dies, they leave their journal behind unless you delete their inventory. And I usually don't delete their inventories. So I like to keep their journals just in case we have another sim, and that sim, I can have that sim right. Well, hello. Owen has earned $200 today. That's cool. We don't have time to go to festivals. Okay. Reach milestone unlocked. Okay, you're still busy doing stuff. You're about done. So let's have you get dressed. And I want you to... This Junior, let's change Junior's outfit. To these overalls. Oh boy, Antoine is awake as well. Well, let's free them from these cribs. Oh, we don't have play mats. Hang on, let's get some play mats. So we have somewhere to put the babies down at where they can be entertained rather than just in their cribs all the time. So let's put a couple of play mats out here. Let's get this one. one playmat. So one there. Let's put one in the bedroom. Is there space for one? It's gonna be a bit of a tight fit. Okay, they should be able to still walk around it. Now sometimes they'll put the baby on a playmat instead of in the crib, which is good. Because then they can still do tummy time. Let's have your mama feed you. Oh, and he's already tired. Are you done with the garden yet? I know you've had a lot to do. You had weeding to do and spraying for bugs. No, you're still working on the garden. Let's have your mom feed you. Try that again. Well, I didn't tell you to put him down there. Okay, can you feed him now? Welcome back, Serena. I hope your lunch was delicious. Animation error. Okay, are you hungry? You're hungry. Let's have you get fed. No, ma'am. You better come back in here and take care of these babies. Come right on back here. What is wrong? Okay. Let's do some reset. Reset him. Reset him. Okay, now I've been telling you to feed this baby for a while now. Of course you can. Okay. I'm going to teleport him here. Now, feed him, please. What? All right. Sometimes the routing in this game is really weird. It's a miracle all three of them aren't crying. Okay. We're going to unload and exit and reload the lot. Belly full. Yes, we like full bellies. That is a good thing. Full bellies are a good thing. Sometimes the game just gets itself stuck in some kind of a code loop. It can't figure out how to do anything. And either exiting and reloading the lot or exiting and reloading the game fixes it. I'm hoping that we don't have to exit and reload the game. If it comes down to that, then I'm just going to end stream because I'm already at 2.5 hours. Well, maybe I won't end stream because I really don't feel like ending it yet. I still want to do stuff, but I do have other stuff that I need to get done. But okay, saved. And let's see what happens when I reload the lot. And maybe it will work correctly this time. Fingers crossed. So exiting the lot and reloading it, I guess, resets a bunch of stuff in the underlying code. So sometimes whatever was causing it to not be able to route gets cleared out and it's able to figure out the routing again. I do know that 3 cribs in that room is a lot, but they shouldn't have had the routing issues that they were having, especially since she was standing right in front of the baby. So she should have been able to pick him up and feed him. Being a software developer myself, I kind of understand these things, kind of understand what can and cannot work. And it also helps me have reasonable expectations about the game. A lot of times I hear people express a lot of frustration, say, oh my God, the game is broken, and oh, but they haven't fixed this yet, they haven't fixed that yet. And I know from experience, it can be very difficult to, first of all, recreate bugs in a development environment, and second of all, fix the bugs without something else breaking. Because at this point, see, Sims 4 came out, I think, in 2014. So at this point, the current team that's working on the code is working with code that people who probably aren't still with the company did. And they did that code 12 years ago. And I know from experience going in and working on somebody else's code can be very challenging because different people code in different styles. So you don't immediately know what you're looking at. You don't immediately know what things are connected together. And sometimes things that you don't expect break. You think it's a simple fix and you fix it, but the way the previous person had coded things, it ends up breaking other stuff. Okay, let's see. We have our babies. Can you feed him now, please? Were you upset because he wasn't on the little automatic playmat? Is that what it was? And what are you doing? Did you finish taking care of the garden? You did. Okay, so the game was stuck in a lag. That's what the problem was. All right. And then for you, you need to be fed. And let's have Owen feed you. You're finally getting fed. And you're getting super sleepy. So then your mom can put you to bed. And you have been patiently laying here in your crib all of this time. So after your mom puts your brother to bed, she can feed you. Let's have you use your diaper too, so that if you need a change, we can give you that change. Okay, good. Yes, please put him to bed. And then go feed brother. Okay, you're nice and full. How about we have Daddy do some tummy time with you? Since you're not all that tired yet. Uh-oh, we got a milestone coming up. He has the laugh milestone. Okay, now you need to get fed. You've been waiting so patiently. Can we do tummy time with him? Oh, he's going to be breastfed? He's already eaten. let's have you do tummy time with him. Owen's got this one. Who's this? Osser? Owen's got Osser. I'm gonna cheat up his bladder need just a bit. And then you can do tummy time with Osser after he finishes eating. And Junior needs his diaper changed. See, I'm telling you, this is why infants are terrorists. They always need something. Like, that's reality, isn't it? Infants are needy. I chose not to have kids, but I've had a number of nieces and nephews, and I was 11 when my brother was born, so I am all too familiar with the neediness of infants and toddlers. Okay, good. He's doing tummy time there. And what do you need? You're tired? Let's have you get put to bed. And Marissa, while you're in there, please wake up Junior and change his diaper. They're unlocking a bunch of milestones. That is cool. Okay, so we're gonna change his diaper. And you're tired. So let's have your daddy put you to bed. Yes, we are tag teaming this stuff. Like I said, this is pretty much all we're going to be doing is changing diapers and feeding. Oh God, it's already 1 in the morning. Okay, and then after your diaper is changed, your mom can put you to bed. Now you can go take care of your bladder need and get yourself something to eat and bathe. Hygiene. No, you don't want to polish to perfection. I'm gonna take a shower. And go to bed. And then you can go and no, you can go and eat. Oh, because he's going to be eating? Okay. After he gets some food, then you can grab some food. Actually, let's look and see how much food is in the fridge, because it may be time to cook some more. These boys are going to eat y'all out of house and home. Y'all are going to be doing a lot of cooking. Oh, you have a lot of food in here. All right. Grab yourself a serving. The babies are all sleeping, as usual. And how about we put up some, let's put up some decorations. See, blue hanging twinkling lights on the fences. I think that would be cool. And hey, we have boys. 3 of them, all at once. All right, now you, sir, you get to go to sleep. Marissa's going to take the night shift. put, I should be able to get around that. I'll try it and see. And then you can come upstairs and do your flower arranging. You haven't had time to shape your bonsai in a while. So we're gonna go upstairs and do that. And you also need to do something to keep your fame level up. Add to the Instagram story, hey, I have babies, 3 of them. I also got married. Update your social media status. Oh, I need to change that icon. So I took out a mod that had given me a bunch of extra icons for clubs. So this club does not have icon. It should. So and only the club leader can change the icon. So I'll make her the leader of this club. I'm so glad I can do this with MC commands, and it makes things so much easier. Then I can go into the club details and let's choose a new icon. Let's do this one. While I'm in here, I can show you her siblings. So Marissa is the second of 5 children. So Clifford was the first. He's the oldest. He's a mortician. He hates children. Then Marissa's the second one. Ella is the third. So that's her only sister. Then her first younger brother is Rory, who is still 18. He should be aging up soon. And her youngest brother is Kason, who is also a teen. So Kason is the one who was the flower pal at their wedding, and Ella was the ring bearer at their wedding. Ella is a young adult. There's still a trait about Ella that Marissa doesn't know yet, but that's because by the time Ella aged up, Marissa had already moved in with her cousin JC. Now, it's similar to with me and my brother. Like I said, I was 11 when my brother was born. So when I turned 18, he was 6 going on 7. So he was in first grade, I think. So he grew up pretty much an only child. Um, when I turned 18, I graduated from high school and then I went to college and I lived on campus. So I was busy with undergrad for 5 years. By then he was 12, and then I moved 4 hours away to upstate New York for work and grad school. So I got to know my brother from a distance. I would go back and visit and whatnot, talk to him on the phone sometimes, but for the most part, he grew up as an only child. It's been fun getting to know him as an adult, though. Yeah, what really drew us closer was losing both of our parents within a few years of each other. So our father died in 2017. That was sudden. And then our mom died at the end of 2022. That was expected though, because as those of you who've been here for a while know, she had metastatic breast cancer. And my brother and well, I did all of the planning for our dad's funeral with help from our eldest niece. Um, but for when mom was sick, my brother, his wife, and I were the ones who took the reins in terms of making sure that she got the care that she needed, moving her when it was time for that, and everything leading up to her death, and then arranging her funeral and all of that stuff. Um, and that experience really brought the two of us closer together. It gave us more of a chance to get to know each other as real adults. You know, both of us had our own partners and we're living on our own and what have you. And then we were also navigating um, the end of our mom's life through all of that together. Now, fortunately, very fortunately, we get along well. We're very different. Um, in some ways we're the same. We look very similar. Um, our senses of humor are very similar. But in terms of the way we live our lives, we're very, very different. So it's been interesting to see the differences between us, despite growing up with the same parents. Well, really, we can't even say we had the same parents. He had a different version of our parents than I had, a very different version. Not just because of age, but because he was a boy, and they had some very different mindsets. Well, at least my mom did. I don't know so much about my dad, because my dad was pretty much emotionally hands off with with all of his kids. Um, but our mom had a very different mindset in terms of how she viewed boys and how she raised boys as opposed to girls. So he got an extremely different version of our mom than I got. So yeah, we had the same parents, but we didn't. Not by a long shot. Hey, Fogey, welcome in. So glad to see you. I am over here struggling to take care of triplets. Marissa here has the night shift, and her husband is sleeping, so he'll get the day shift. Well, actually, does he have work today? So Marissa is an actress, and I think her audition isn't until Friday. Yeah, yeah, her audition isn't until Friday. So she's going to be home with this babies. Actually, we're going to hire a nanny since she's going to be home with them alone. We are going to hire a nanny. All right, what do you need? You need to be fed. Do you go to work today, sir? You do? Okay. I want you to hire a nanny and then go to grief counseling. We've been needing to send you to grief counseling for a while. Okay, you're good. Let's change your outfit. All right, your diaper's been changed. You've been fed. Yes, sir. Take your justifiable anger and go to grief counseling. Okay, and let's have your mommy put you down here. Where you can play with the toys. Hi, Nanny Yoshida. I am so glad you're here. Let's have you play with toys. All right, who's next? Junior. Junior, you need to be fed. You also need a bath. And you need to be fed. And this needs to be replaced. Yes, please go back upstairs and take care of these babies. I renovated this basement to make a nice little study with the woodworking table, which really doesn't fit the vibe, but I needed a place to put it, so here it is. All right, yes, we are taking care of babies. Yes, we are. Okay, And you are sleepy, so your mom's gonna put you back to bed. And let's have you use your diaper. And it sounds like he's trying to go to sleep. No, put him in his crib. And let's have you get a diaper change from your nanny. Okay, she's busy. Get a diaper change from your mom. Ah, you got the laugh milestone. And he can try and go to sleep. You're getting that good old diaper change. And then I'd like you to do tummy time with him. I guess that's going to have to wait until you finish changing his diaper. Oh, let's change his outfit too. Put him in this. Ew. Okay, when do you go to work? In 2 hours. How about doing some tummy time? Since he's still awake, you can do tummy time with him. And wait, I want you to do tummy time with him. I think the only one that hasn't gotten tummy time is Junior. But he's been sleeping a lot. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Oh, we can be cheerful. Yes, I like that. And then when you're done with tummy time with him, you can... Oh, yay! Lift head milestone. You can use the bathroom, and let's eat this food that's out. And take a shower. He's probably gonna fall asleep right there, which is fine. Okay, so he's cheerful. You're not gonna be able to go to sleep with the TV on, but let's have you get carried here by the nanny so that you can go to sleep. And you can get carried here by your dad. Oh, this is going so much more smoothly with 3 hands to split the work. Owen's about to go to work, though. There he goes. And jump. Okay, y'all are gonna go to sleep. I would like you to give her a tip because she is such a big help. Let's put this away. And then I think you can dismiss her. If you need help again, we can hire another we can order another nanny. But we really needed this help. I know y'all are tired. That's why you're crying. As soon as you go to sleep, everything will be fine. See that? Two down, one to go. And did Owen already take care of all the plants? Oh no, it's a new day. Okay. So let's sell the money fruit. Let's evolve everything that needs to be evolved. And let's sell everything up here. Spray for bugs. I think we're good with the watering and the weeding. And we have our blue lights, blue twinkle lights hanging from the fences. Blue because we have baby boys. Chris is expected at work for the next shift after her family leave. That's fine. And Owen's already gone back to work. But Marissa's next shift is an audition on Friday, which by then the boys might all be toddlers. Toddlers is a little bit easier because they can do stuff for themselves, like feed themselves. The babies are sleeping. And when you're done up here, if the babies are still sleeping, I'm going to have you lay down and nap. Oh, your cousin's outside playing in the stinky leaves. And in a few minutes, I am going to end the stream because it's been almost 3 hours. And I want to cook us some lunch and get started on some of the other stuff that I want to get done today. But I'm so glad I made the time to stream. Didn't stream yesterday. I'm trying to, ideally, I would like to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No, don't go outside. You need to take a nap. Sleep while the babies are sleeping. Ideally, I would like to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday while I have the time. So, but I didn't stream, I don't think I streamed Wednesday or Friday. Because Friday I fell asleep. I needed a nap. And yesterday, what happened yesterday? I was busy during the day. And then I was, we went out in the evening. So I wasn't able to stream yesterday. So I'm very glad that I made the time to stream today. Okay, the baby is awake. I'm going to pause and save. And I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out while I streamed. I had a lot of fun chatting with you all and letting you all watch me struggle with triplets. Bye, Serena. I hope you and your mom have a great rest of your weekend. I hope both of you get good sleep, uninterrupted, with absolutely no issues all weekend. All right, I'm going to look for who to raid, but first, let me put my socials in the chat. You can always learn more about me and see some of the other stuff I do, like my photography, on my personal website, wthelotus.net. Make sure you join the Discord. I share my photography there. I share my Sims exploits there. And that's also the best way to know when I go live because you'll get a notification when I go live, as well as when I post my photography to two of my websites. So definitely join the Discord. We are a bunch of introverts in the Discord, so most of the time I'm the only one that posts. I hope that changes at some point in time, but hey, introverts of the world unite quietly. And yeah, so if you are an introvert or if you're somebody who wants to be a part of a Discord that is not overwhelming, this is definitely the Discord for you. So definitely go ahead and join that. I'm very active on Blue Sky. I love the Sims community over there. So check me out on Blue Sky. The VODs from Twitch will be available, are always available on my YouTube channel. So this one will be posted here on Twitch for 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks is up, it will be available on my YouTube channel. My most recent VODs will also be available there. I've already uploaded them and they're scheduled to go public once their hosting period ends here on Twitch. So that's actually a great place to see some of my past streams, check out some speed builds that I've done. I don't do a lot of content creation, but I did want a place where I could put the VODs so that people could watch them later. So definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel for that. I also have a photography Twitch channel. That's Wanda the Lotus. That's where I do my photo editing, talk you through my photo editing process, and where at some point I will be doing some tutorials. I've really started enjoying sharing what I know about photography in a more formal fashion by talking through in detail the things that I do to edit when I edit my photos and when I organize my photos. So I intend to start doing that over on the Twitch channel. I do that though on my Patreon. So if you're interested in photography and you want to see some of my favorite street photography and you want behind the scenes access to videos that I make about photo editing stuff, definitely join my photography Patreon and you'll be able to get all of that kind of content there. So most of my content creation right now is photography because photography is my happy place. All right, I am going to put the raid message in the chat. Here at Lotusland, it doesn't matter whether you are a viewer, a follower, or a subscriber. We are all one big happy family. And that means that when we raid into somebody else's community, we all use the same raid message. So go ahead and copy that raid message. I'm going to copy it as well because sometimes I forget to do that. And it's very embarrassing when I don't have my raid message copied. To share with someone else. All right, let's see who we are going to raid today. See, I see some people who are playing The Sims 4. I think let's raid. Let's see if I can raid Cimarala. I have not raided her in a while. She's in Cass. That should be interesting. I like to see other people make Sims sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start a raid. We're going to raid over into Cimarala. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I streamed. I really appreciated it. I had a lot of fun. And I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. I hope you enjoy yours too. Copy that raid message real quick. We're going to go over to Cimarala. Let's go and show her some love. Bye. See you next time.